Today was one of those rare days in the process where, man, I could have gone all day. I could have went through and I could have made edits you know, all day long. If I hadn't been sort of forced to leave the keyboard because I have to run a couple errands and I have a dinner this evening I have to attend, I probably would have stayed in my office and would have just basically edited all day. It's rare. These kind of days are rare where you're just on fire creatively. You're cranking these things out, making line edits, and just going through it and nailing these things down. I mean, it's a rare thing. It's a very, very rare thing. Um, it doesn't happen very often, and these are the days that I talk about. These are the days that I say you need to enjoy the process. You need to have days like this where, in the process of writing, you find satisfaction. Um, my story is nowhere near ready to be done yet, and yet I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process of working on it. I got a thrill out of making these edits and these changes. Doesn't happen a lot. You've heard me speak a ton about how um, I have these days where I complain. If you did a compilation of my entire vlog here, I imagine well over half of it is just me complaining. So plenty of days where you complain, but today was one of those days where, man, things were on fire, just on fire, and I loved it. I loved going through, loved making the corrections. That's where I got my satisfaction out of this process, was today. It's a bit like I spent weeks and weeks working on these stories here, and finally I get a day like today where I just, the process goes amazing, and you get a huge joy out of just making these sort of changes. Um, yeah, if you're not jazzed by that, if there are not days like this in the process for you, especially when you write, where you get a thrill out of just making edits, making revisions, making corrections, if you don't enjoy, even if you don't enjoy the revision process, there's not a part maybe in the first draft where you get a thrill out of laying down your story the first time. Um, Man, it's a hollow process. Such a hollow process, to not get a thrill out of certain aspects of it. And so you need to try and find that in this process, the days in the moments that kind of jazz you up. Because if you don't, God, it's gonna be years before you ever have a happy day doing this, and it's just not worth it. If you're not enjoying it as you do it, it's not worth it. For me, a day like today, man, I'd write, I'd struggle for like the next month, 2 months, just to feel like I did today. Just to get on a day like this where the writing just comes so well, and you're satisfied with everything. Man, it's rare. It's rare. I think ironically, I had a second day like this already this month. So two in the same month. That's that is very, very rare. That usually will not happen. Again, another one of those things where I said before, maybe you get maybe a dozen good days in the writing process a year, a dozen fantastic days. It seems like maybe I've already hit two. I've already got two, so I've only got 10 more this year. Let's hope that's not true. Let's hope maybe there's more to it than that. You know, maybe there's a few extra kicking around. At least I hope. But yeah, wow, today was awesome. So I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, happy writing.